yesterday. We've had a very busy day today. Got up kind of early, went to the beauty shop. Grandpa went down to see Clarence for a little while, taking some excess food. Came back and we decided we would inquire about this Sam's wholesale dealie out at Earth City, which we did. We found out that all we had to do was have an ARP card and no charge. So we decided to go out there and see what was happening out there. Well, it took us longer than we thought because we got lost. We turned the wrong way on 270 and ended up in, I don't know, Florissant or someplace.
Kansas City.
Well, no, not Kansas City. But anyway, I have a cold, so I sound kind of nasal, but it'll be better. Anyway, we had a good time out at Earth City, and we got home here, I don't know, 3:45, I guess. Spent the whole day fooling around, bought a few little things, bought some Canadian bacon and regular bacon, just some stuff. It was fun. We had a good time. Got back here and let Cranberry out, and she ran away. She saw two poodles across the street and headed right straight across Dutch Mill. Well, I got her back and fussed with her. She did the same thing to me last night. I let her out, and I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, she started barking and took off, ended up halfway up Dutch Mill, up the hill. So she's not been a very good girl. I think she misses you all. We had a letter from, or you had a letter from Sheila today, and we took it upon ourselves to open it because we didn't know how important it was. And she really didn't say anything, so I'm not going to read it to you. She sent her grades, which I'm sure she will give to you before we get in touch with you or you receive this. Other than that, there isn't anything new. Tomorrow we don't have too much to do. Grandpa's going in to see Grandma. That's probably about all. I told you I'm going to have my ear taken care of Tuesday. I called them this morning and supposed to do it at 1:45 Tuesday. Said he's going to have to put some stitches in it. And a few other things will have to be stitched. Altogether, I've got about 12 things to be taken off. That's no big deal. You got anything to say? Grandpa has nothing to say at this time. So I think we're going to go to Brennan's tomorrow night for dinner.
Bentley's.
Bentley's.
Brennan's is your doctor.
That's right. Bentley's. Okay, so I goofed. Anyway, that's about all for now. We'll try and add a few words tomorrow. Good night. No?
No.
Today is now Saturday, September the, what?
28th.
28th. Not a whole lot to report, but I thought I'd give you an update. Ron got the report back on his nose thing, and they can't seem to find anything at all wrong. So that was good news. I went down yesterday and cleaned out Nanny's clothes, which was quite a chore. But everything is gone now. And I left her jewelry and told Clarence to tell Aunt Margie to take whatever she wanted because she had said that she wanted some of the stuff. Daddy and I took your phone back today. And we also went by the post office and picked up applications for our passports. Not a whole lot else happened. I'm trying to think what else we did do. Last night we went to Bentley's for dinner. Had an excellent farm rib. While I was cleaning the closets out today, Daddy popped some corn. And that was about it. I cleaned those closets out, mine today, and what a job that was. Got rid of a lot of stuff because the disabled veterans are coming on the 1st. So that's all taken care of for another couple days. Is there anything else, Grandpa? I don't know what else Grandpa's got to say. We ought to say something here. No? No? We know you had a wonderful time in Hawaii. And we love you.
Jeez. This is a fast statement.
Today is Tuesday, October the 1st. I'm reporting in once again. I had my surgery on my ear and my nose and all the other places today. About 18 in all. Some of them hurt a little bit, but not too bad. Dr. Brennan said that all look good, but we'll send some in for a biopsy. I have to go back on Monday. That won't be anything at all. June picked up Cranberry yesterday afternoon about 3:30. Boy, she jumped right in the car as if she'd known them all her life, which she probably has. I asked June about her father, and she said that he is better, and that they may possibly go up there this weekend, but I told her we couldn't keep Cranberry because we are going to the lake, weather permitting. We stayed home last weekend because we thought the weather was supposed to be bad, but as it turned out, it was beautiful. Now they're giving rain for this weekend. It has really turned cold here, though. This morning it was 37 when we got up, and that's our 36. That's kind of cold. Tomorrow Daddy has to pick up Grandma's shoes. You know, I bought her some, and we had to have pieces put in to make them bigger for her. Tomorrow night, Daddy and Ron are going to see the Cardinals play the Mets.
They're going to clinch.
And it could be a deciding game. Daddy said they're going to clinch it. They're going to leave here as soon as Ron gets home from work and go out to dinner, so I won't have to cook. I'll just eat something here. Not a whole lot else from here now. Daddy said he doesn't have anything to say as usual. We took some of the plants in yesterday, fortunately, because they would have frozen last night. It's a little bit early for all this bad cold weather we're having, but I guess it won't last. We'll probably bring a lot of stuff home from the lake this weekend, clothes and stuff that I've got down there. He wrote to Florida today asking about the beach and things. We had a nice letter from Lenora yesterday. And she told us that Ray in Virginia, you know, he's the guy that looks like Otto, had gone over to Reddington. Now, they didn't say which Reddington, but I'm sure they're all about the same down there. And that the beach is completely gone. So we're kind of anxious to hear from him and see what the situation is down there. Not a whole lot else. Anything from you? No, he's shaking his head no. So I'll get back to you in a day or so. We love you. Keep well. What do I do? Now, go.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. It's October 6th. I'm in St. Louis. We, last night about 11 o'clock, we all decided, hey, let's go to St. Louis. So we got in the car, and we got in, I guess, about 3:30 this morning, and we stayed with Nina's brother-in-law and sister. And then we got up early this morning and came by Grandma and Grandpa's, and they weren't home. So then we went by Missy's house, and, of course, Ma did all of our laundry and fed us good chicken and green beans, and then went over and said hi to Susie, and now I'm over at Grandma and Grandpa's spending a little bit of time with them and plan on going back, I guess, about 5, maybe 4:30, about 10 to 4 now. And looking forward to talking to you on Wednesday. Hope it's nice. Sounds like you had a good time in Hawaii. I'm sure you did. But we'll talk later. I love you both. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Okay, hi Carol and Mike. Today is Monday, October the 7th, Everything is going as usual around here. Cold and windy. Warmed up a little bit this afternoon. We had a wonderful weekend at the lake. Nothing exciting, but it was cold. Everybody gathered on our boat as usual, because we're the only ones that have good heat. I guess we had about 20 on there Saturday evening before we all had dinner. We were planning on having an early dinner, but it didn't work out that way as usual. Calvin and Doris and Browns, we all ate together. Had a real good time. We came in early yesterday because the weather didn't look good, but as it turned out, it was fine. I'm glad we did now because Sheila called us about 3:30 and said she was in town and would be coming over for a little while. She stayed about a half hour or so. We were very glad to see her. She talked to you yesterday afternoon, I think. I had to go back to the doctor today and have the stitches taken out. Fortunately, there wasn't anything, no cancer of any kind. Everything was benign. He said the ear problem could have turned into one, but it was taken off in time. So everything looked good. Had to wait quite a while over there as usual. Parking's terrible. They're putting in a new parking lot at St. John's, so everything is messed up. What else do I know? I talked to Carol Laskowitz a while ago. I called her just to make sure that everything was all right because they were planning on coming to the lake this weekend, and we wanted to be sure and see them. She said they put her mother back in the hospital again. She doesn't know how serious it is, so she's going to be back in touch with me because they're supposed to go down to the lake on Thursday. So I think she's going to call us Wednesday evening and let us know for sure. Because, as you know, it could go on, and she said that she would leave it up to the doctor whether she should leave town or not. We also had a letter from McLean, you know, the guy that takes care of the condo in Florida for us. He said that most of the damage down there was to the landscaping. But however, apartments 109, 110, 111, and 112 had water damage to the interior, and they lost the doors and the screens. So I guess that means we're going to get new carpeting and probably some new furniture, and, you know, we did need new screens on that porch. But he said everything should be okay by the time of our arrival, and that we could come in on the 27th or the 28th, and as usual, he was going to be gone, and he would get back to us, collect the rent when he got back in town about the 10th or 12th of January. That's really about all. Aunt Louise is going into the doctor to have her other eye taken care of on Wednesday, you know, with the cataracts. She's going in as an outpatient, so she'll be home Wednesday afternoon. They're not anticipating any problems of any kind. When we did go down last Friday, Harold Kay rode down with us because Sarah had gone down to Versailles to visit her mother the day before. Her mother hadn't been feeling well, so she thought she ought to go down. Sarah and her mother came down to the boat and picked him up then Friday afternoon after we got there. He was real pleased with the way our boat looked. He hadn't seen it before and very impressed, or at least he appeared to be. So anyway, I don't know of anything else. Sheila did tell us that she's coming in next Thursday, I think it is, the 19th. And she would probably be in around noon. It's going to plan on spending the night with us, so we'll probably go into Bentley's and have dinner. And then we're going to go to the lake on Friday. Not Sheila, of course, just us. She said she would go back over and stay with Dora, Jean, and Jim. Trying to think of something else to tell you, but I can't think of anything. Sheila did say that looked real strange. She was over at Slifka's, and she said it looked real strange to look over at the house and see it completely empty, which I'm sure it did to her. I haven't heard from June and Larry on the dog, so I have nothing new to report there. Nothing else from here. Grandpa doesn't want to say anything, he said. We have to go in and finish our applications for our passports and have our pictures taken. We're going to try and get to that either this week or the first part of next week for sure. That's all for now. We'll talk to you again in a few days. We love you.
Okay, we're going to try this one more time.
Yeah.
Hi, kids. It's old man George. I'm over visiting the folks. I don't have nothing new either. Been working on a greenhouse to beat hell. Got the base all set, got it insulated, and got the sides up and the roof on and the fiberglass on. And I engineered the hell out of the wiring. Michael, you'll get a kick out of this. I got 3 thermostats in this thing. The first one, when it starts getting warm in there, too warm, it makes and turns on a damper motor up in the ceiling and opens a vent. And when the damper motor gets the vent open, there's an end switch on that turns a blower on that pulls air in. And the second thermostat controls the heat. And the third thermostat, if it gets too cold in there and the heat doesn't keep up or something goes wrong, when it gets down to 40 degrees, it makes a red light on top of the thing. Margie thinks she might get some business from that. But other than that, ain't much going on. Old Brandy's still stoved up. But we're going down to the lake on the 19th. Be down there for a week. Brad and Deb and the kids are going to come up, stay with us Saturday night, and Sunday. And they're going back home. Bob and Pat are going along, taking them goddamn dogs. But what are you going to do? That's about all I know.
How's Marge feeling?
Marge feels pretty good. Last time I felt her, she felt pretty good. She's doing fine, still working. We're fine. We'll see you later.
Carol, I'm going to pick it up from there. This is my daily report. Howard forgot to tell you what day it is. This is Tuesday, October the 8th. The weather here is absolutely beautiful. Windy. Oh, is it windy? But it is really gorgeous today. I did a little bit of shopping. Tried to. Didn't do any good. I'm still trying to figure out what to get your dear husband for Christmas, so you better give me some ideas. I guess I told you that we talked to Randy. If I didn't, I meant to. He called yesterday afternoon, said he and Cheryl are just fine. They don't know yet about Thanksgiving, what they're doing. It's going to depend on whether Cheryl has to work or not. Grandpa went in to see Grandma today. She's fine. We bought her those shoes and had them all fixed, and now she won't wear them. She said she doesn't like them. She feels like she's walking barefoot, so she's got her old torn ones on again. But that's the way Grandma is. She's just being stubborn right now, I think. Anyway, we're going to have kind of leftover stuff tonight. Grandpa's going to have gizzards and noodles, and I'm going to have soup that was made quite some time ago. But we got to get used to using this stuff up. We're having Ron and Kathy over tomorrow night for dinner for their anniversary. And it's not going to be a late deal because they're going to some sort of a meeting at Maryville College or something on gifted children, which they think they should attend. What else? I don't know of anything else right now. Anyway, I didn't get any Christmas shopping done. I looked and looked and looked, but nothing. I only went to West County. So I'm going to try it again next week, and maybe I can get a little something accomplished. Anyway, that's about all for now. Grandpa and Howard are sitting here talking, so I don't know of anything else. Grandpa still says he has nothing to say, but he's fine, so we are going to take care of those passports this next week. It's supposed to get colder over the weekend, but we are going down to the lake. We brought some stuff home this past weekend, and we're going to bring some more home this weekend. Anyway, I don't know if after I talk to you or not, Carol Laskowitz called me back and said that the doctor advised her that they should not go to the lake, so they are not coming to the lake this weekend. Well, I guess her mother is sicker than we had thought at first. But anyway, what will be will be. That's what I told her. She has to live day by day. That's going to be all for today. Maybe I can get Ron and Kathy to say a few words tomorrow night, and we can start getting this tape together and get it mailed to you. Take care. We love you.
You're on.
You're on.
Hi, Carol and Mike. You won't believe where I'm speaking to you from. We are on the Papa Jack, almost in front of Pier 31. We've just been down to Tantera, and you know that little cove that we all went into that one day, way, way back? Well, we went back in there, and Irv got off the boat, tried to look for mushrooms. He couldn't find any. Irv and Teresa are with us. I guess you assumed that when I said Irv got off the boat. We're going to ride up by your house and see how things are. We came down to the lake yesterday. We had nothing better to do, and we called the Browns, and they said they would be happy to come down. So the weather is just beautiful. It's not sunny, but it's calm, and it's about, I don't know, maybe in the 60s. The foliage, the trees are absolutely beautiful. They're just beautiful. Everything's starting to turn. The Van Tiles are not here this weekend, but they are coming down next week because it's close-up time for almost everyone. And it's also Darcy's birthday. So we're going to try and do a little something special for her. I'm trying to think what else I can tell you. I want Irv and Teresa to say a few words. We were expecting to see the Laskowitzes down here this week, but I called over at Blue Haven, and they had to cancel because her mother is not well. So they will not be down. I'm sorry to say, because we were looking forward to seeing them. Tomorrow is going to be another nice day, we hope. The weather is really nice. As I said before, the ducks are out on the lake, and it's absolutely gorgeous here today. We're sorry we're going to have to close next week, but that's going to be the end of the season for us. Because as you know, the following week we're going to take the kids to Silver Dollar City. Now I'm going to turn this over to Irv or to Grandpa or to Teresa, whoever wants to say something. I think this thing frightens everybody because nobody wants to say anything to you. But they all wish you well anyway, but I'll give it to one of them.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Carol. How's things going with you? I hope that you're getting somewhat adjusted to your new way of living. I know it's going to take a time. You be sure and relay to your mom and dad how you're doing, because we're always interested. We intended to call you before you got out of town, but like everything else, we poked around and you took off. We wanted to wish you the best. We're sure going to miss your mom and dad and you, and in the summer. Summer's over as far as we can see now, and look forward to our trip to Florida. It'll be a while before we leave, but it's time to close and get on with something else. You just can't believe how beautiful the trees are. I'll let Irv talk to you next. I've just about said all I need to. You take care of yourself, and we miss you and love you much.
Hello, Carol and Mike. This is your father and also the captain. We are at the Niagara Bridge right now, and we just made a left, and we're pulling in to the Hart Place. The weather is still beautiful. It looks like the dock is still floating, and so is the house still there. We failed to tell you that we had heard from Buffalo, New York, and that Woody has had a stroke, but he's all right. He's in the hospital. Gordy called us the other night, and so did Hardell. And then we called Lenora after 9:30 and got a first-hand report. His right side is kind of partially paralyzed, and they think that probably therapy will bring him to. We hope so. I didn't mean to bring up a bad point in this, because we're having a nice cruise, and we're looking straight into your dock right now, and the trees above it are absolutely gorgeous. Somebody out here in this mustard-colored house on the right as you come into the cove has got a fire outside, and they're burning something, I don't know what. And I don't know why Irv won't talk to you. He's embarrassed to walk up to one of these microphones, and as you will see when you play this tape, this is the first time I've talked, but I haven't been camera shy or cassette shy. Oh, you know that friend of yours that you hollered at him and asked him why he had a for sale sign on his house about a month ago? Well, his house is started right now. It's the new one I'm talking about. And he's not under roof, but the sides are up, and looks like it's pretty good size. Got a nice picture window in the front. And I don't know whether they've sold their other one. In fact, I think it does have a sold sign on it. Yes, it does. Got a new seawall in, so you're going to have a new neighbor. So, I don't know what else to say today. I don't have a whole lot. Your mother has given you the whole scoop.
No, this is Friday. I forgot to tell you.
This is Friday, October the 11th, and it's kind of lonely down on the dock because we came down Thursday, but I imagine tonight we'll have somebody. Jake and Jean are not coming. They're going someplace else.
Greg's buying a new boat.
Greg thinks he has sold his boat, and he's looking at a Gibson similar to ours. I don't know whether he's going to get that done or not, but I don't know where he's going to put it if he does. They tell us that they're going to move our boat into the big dock again this winter. They've got some new bubblers that do about 4, 5, 6 boats. If they put 2 or 3 on the whole dock, they think it'll take care of the whole thing, rather than the hoses with air that they had in the past. The biggest rumor on the dock this week is that I saw in the paper last Wednesday that Edward J. McCauley died. And that we think that it's him, but nobody knows for sure. It gives his mother's name, and J.B. up here says that that was her name. And it gives Edward J. McCauley IV as his son. It does not list a wife. It does list a sister, and he was laid out at Cootis in Afton, and that's where they were from. So it just appears that he is gone. Your mother thinks that it was probably AIDS. J.B. thinks that he either shot himself or somebody else shot him, or he could have had an automobile accident. So, as you can tell, that rumors fly, and it's a lot of fun talking about it. I even hope that it might not be true. Not that I need him here on this earth anymore, but anyway, it's something to talk about.
Turning around.
We are now turning around in front of your house, and everything seems to be in real good shape. There's no boat on your slip, which looks kind of different to us. Your swim platform is still there. The dock next door looks like it's got a new paint job. It's a royal blue with an anchor on the eave of the dock I'm talking about. Everything else looks exactly like it did all summer. Now, I'm going to knock it off here, and if Irv wants to say something, I'll let him. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and we love you.
You got the little
Cough right there.
Hey, we're doing our thing.
Hi, Mike and Carol. This is Irv, and they say I'm talking in the wrong end of this thing, but I really don't think I am. We're over on the Papa Jack this evening, and Bernice is cooking spaghetti, and she's got ribs, and what else? But she's acting kind of funny. I'm going to have to go mix her a martini, I can tell. Well, everybody's told you about all the news that's going on, so I won't tell you about the pretty leaves and stuff. They're really pretty. Right now, it's, I think Bernice said it was 5:30 in the evening, and this is October the 11th. And there's a fellow just come in on the dock, and Jack and I just went over to look at him. He's the scrub-a-dub guy, and he's cleaning Jack Miner's boat. That is the bottom, you know. So, you know, I really don't know too much more to tell you, except I guess I ought to tell you a joke, maybe. That might be pretty good, because everybody said I have to say something in this. And, of course, I like to hear from you guys anyway, so when you get the tape back, be sure and say something we'd like to hear, you know. Okay, this cowboy was traveling out west, and he come riding into town on his horse one day, and he pulled up in front of this saloon and tied his horse up. He went across the street and had breakfast. After he had breakfast, he walked over and thought he'd have a beer, you know. So he looked at his Okay, the tape just turned around, so I'm back at the story again. I think I left you off where the cowboy had tied his horse up, and he went across the street. I think we told you that. He went across the street and had breakfast and come back, crossed and thought he'd have a beer, so he looked at his horse on the way over there, and somebody painted his horse's balls green. This guy was furious. He was really mad. So he walked in the saloon, and he was so mad and hot about this thing, he told the bartender, he said, "Who in the hell painted my horse's balls green?" The bartender said, "Hey," he said, "you better be quiet." He said, Wild Earp did that, and he's in the back room playing cards, and he doesn't like to be disturbed. So the guy said, "I don't give a damn who he is." He said, "I want to see him." So about that time, Wild Earp come out, about 7 foot tall, weighed about 400 pounds. He said, "What's the problem?" So the bartender said, "This fella just wanted to know who painted his horse's balls green." So this little guy looked up at Wild Earp, and Wild Earp looked down at him, and Wild Earp said, "Well, I did. What about it?" So the little guy looked up at him and sized him over. He said, "Well, just want to let you know that the first coat was dry." Well, guys, that's about the end of my story, and we've already had dinner, and Bernice cooked dinner tonight. She had spaghetti and sauce, and she had barbecue ribs from St. Louis, and they were good. So we're sitting here now, and Bernice and Jack and Teresa were all watching TV, and Teresa's chewing on some dessert over here. I don't know what it is. Brownies, they say. So I guess I'll sign off for now, and hope we hear one of your tapes back, and good luck over there, and we'll be looking forward to hearing from you again. This is Irv. Goodbye.
Mike and Carol, Jack Miner, how you doing? I hope you're having a good time down there. I would imagine that it's a little bit different what you've been used to, but knowing you two, you'll handle it very, very well. I really appreciate the use of your boat while you're gone. Jack has given me the keys to it, and I've really been having a good time with it. I had a little accident here on the dock, but I'm sure that the repairs won't be too extensive. You know how I like that boat. Good luck to you, best of everything, and we look forward to seeing you back here, where you belong.
Hi, Carol and Mike. It's me again. Today is Monday, the 14th of October. We were expecting a call from you today, but I suppose you couldn't get through for some reason or another. Or maybe we got it screwed up. Who knows? We're pretty good at that here lately. It's kind of been rainy and pewy today, but very warm. We watched and listened to the Cardinal baseball game, and they won in the 9th inning. One of the Ozzie, I guess it was, hit a home run and won the game for us. So that's 3-2, I suppose. Yesterday the game was 12-2 that we won, or last night. It really wasn't that exciting because it was too lopsided, so we went to bed. We had a nice weekend down at the lake. We put quite a bit of stuff on the tape for you to listen to. The Browns talked, and I think Jack Miner talked, and I don't know who else, but anyway. Not a whole lot other has happened today. I'm trying to think. St. Joseph's had their sausage supper yesterday. Ron called about 6 o'clock and said they had gone up, but they did not have to work. And I couldn't understand why, and he said because they didn't volunteer. Kids were off school today, but I didn't talk to them about it. We're watching Family Feud right now. It's just about to go off, and we just finished talking to Earl Gates. He called and said that they had quite a lot of damage down at their condo in Florida, much more so than ours, the way he talked. We're looking forward to having Sheila come in on Thursday. That's our shrine dinner. It's downtown at the at the Union Station, but we're not going. We'd rather take Sheila out to dinner. We thought we'd go to Bentley's. It's hard for me to think of things to tell you because not much has happened. Grandma's just fine. Grandpa's going to take this tape in there tomorrow when he goes to see her, and maybe she'll say a few words to you. I talked to Carol Laskowitz a while ago. She said her mother is just about the same. And to tell you that Andy walks over to your house every other day and looks around, and everything's fine. There's no leaks, no nothing. So everything's just fine. And he's paid a few bills. I think I told you that already. Other than that, I don't know anything else. Trying to think what I can tell you. It seems like it's taking me an awfully long time to get this tape filled up, but right now we're thinking that maybe we better wait until you get moved into your house so it doesn't get lost, and as soon as you know an address, why you send us one so we can mail things to you at that address. We have not heard any more from Randy, but we probably will within the next few days. We're going back to the lake this weekend, and we're going to close the boat up. We brought a lot of stuff home this week. Not too much more down there, just the necessities that we have. It's Doris's birthday this weekend, so we're going to plan a little bit something special for her maybe. Teresa's supposed to let me know whether she does or not. I don't know about that. Anyway, we hope you're doing all right. I'm sure you are.
Your letter.
Oh, yeah, we got your letter. That's a darling card with the koala bears. Oh, I don't know anything else. That driving over there must be a riot. I don't think I would ever do that because, you know, I have enough trouble driving the way it is. So maybe when we'll talk to you again in a day or so. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow I'll probably go do a little shopping if I can get my act together. Cleaned out my pantry today, so that's one big thing out of my way. Just can't seem to find what I want to get anybody for Christmas, so give me some ideas if you can. You want to say anything, Jack? Grandpa said he has nothing to say. I don't have any more either. We love you. Talk to you in a day or so. What do?
Hi, Mike and Carol. I'm in here at Grandma's, and I brought this thing in here to see if she would maybe have a speech ready for you, but she didn't write one out, and she's kind of skittish about talking in front of this thing because she doesn't really have anything to say. So she's giving me a big grin over there, but I think she will talk a little bit, at least say hello to you anyway. So I'm going to give her to you, okay? Go ahead.
Hi, Mike and Carol. I wasn't prepared to do any of this kind of stuff, and Jack come in here and got me unawares. So all I want to say is that I love you, and I hope you're having a nice time, and that you'll like it over there, because you got a long time to stay, haven't you? I don't know of anything else, honey, to tell you, only that I love you both, you and Mike. And take care. Be careful. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Hi, Carol. Mike. Today is now Wednesday, October the 16th. I always get mixed up on the date. I finally crawled out of my shell this morning and started a little Christmas shopping. I had to go down to Clarence's to begin with, so I stopped there, and then I thought, well, while I was that close, I would go on into Venture and hit Target down in Kirkwood. Didn't accomplish a darn thing, but they had those shaker sweaters on sale, advertised, and Robin wants one, but of course they were all sold out by the time I got there.
So I came on back home, and Daddy had gone to get a haircut, and he was back by the time I got back, and wanted to watch the ball game. The sixth game, I guess it is, today is on. Cardinals, by the way, are losing. I decided I would go on out to Chesterfield Mall because, you know, Grandma's got a birthday coming up. I did, so I thought, well, this is a good time to go. Beautiful day today. Weather is absolutely gorgeous. Really, really warm. All the windows and doors are open again. Did get a little chilly last night, but nothing bad. So I got out as far as Sears and did not get out of Sears store. Can you believe that? I wanted to find, Ronnie wants a little, not a little, a size 16 he is now, jogging suit or whatever you call them, warm-up suits. Found a real cute one at Sears. Picked that up. Walked over to the girls' department but couldn't find the sweater for Robin. So I decided I better get started on Grandma. So I picked up 2 dresses and a nice white sweater with pockets like she likes. So I'm going to give one dress for her birthday and save the other dress and sweater for Christmas. As I was leaving, I came by the shoe department, and naturally I had to stop and look. So I picked up myself a pair of just tan walking shoes. They were on sale for $9.99, you might know. But they're real soft leather and very comfortable, kind of a tannish brown color. Thought I could wear them with almost anything. But that was the extent of my Christmas shopping. Didn't get anything else done. I wrapped a pair of the knit slippers that I make. I'm going to give to Doris for her birthday this weekend. Other than that, nothing else is new. Sitting here watching this dumb ball game, of course. I don't know what Grandpa P's got anything to say or not. Maybe he'll say hi. Other than that, I'll talk to you in a day or so. We're looking forward to Sheila coming in tomorrow, so we're going to take her out to dinner. And maybe she and I will do a little shopping tomorrow. Now here's Grandpa.
Well, you guys, you figured I'd have one for you, didn't you? Pat stopped me out at the mailbox this morning and said they were going to the Mizzou football game, but they didn't know why, and the only reason is because they had the tickets. Missouri's only won one game this year, and they're playing Nebraska. So she asked me which I would rather have, AIDS, gonorrhea, or Missouri University football tickets. And I said, well, I'd rather have the tickets. She said, well, I'd rather have gonorrhea. You can get rid of that. How do you like that one? I hope I told it right. I guess you'll by now have enjoyed Irv's story that he told you about the Wyatt Earp. He doesn't say Wyatt Earp, he says something else, but you try to figure out what that is. So we're trying to fill up this tape so we can get it in the mail. You'll probably get it by the end of the month. So I don't know whether we will mail it to your motel or whether we'll mail it when we get an address for you. But anywho, the Cardinals could win this game and it'd be over for them. If they don't, they have to play the 7th game tomorrow. But you already know that. I'm sure they have news over there in sports and so forth. So I did get Grandma to say hello. She was kind of scared to talk, but she did. So anyhow, I'm going to let you go for now, and we'll try to finish this thing off this weekend, okay?
McGee, they bring him home on the double. As he goes to third, McGee scores. We're tied. 4-4. Lightning strikes again. He threw the ball right in on him, Mike, and I'll be darned if Ozzie didn't do it again to the big guy.
He fell a little short this time, but not too much. It hit right in front of the wall, about 15 feet off the line. If he'd have pulled it 15 feet over, fair, it would have left the ballpark. As it is, it's an RBI triple, and the Redbirds are back even. And right now, you've got to be thinking squeeze play here, don't you, Jack?
Yeah, that's the first thing that popped into my mind. The infield comes in. Ozzie.
Well, how'd you like that? I'm going to turn it off for a minute, and if anything happens, I'll turn it back on. Well, I hate to leave you right there, but the Cardinals went down without getting any runs, and it's 4-4 in the 7th inning. So I'll try to keep you informed. I know by the time you get this tape, you'll have already read it in the paper, but what else we got to do? So what?
4-4. Okay, I got another one.
Okay.
The Dodgers, they'll have a home run threat to lead it off. Marshall, Sorcia, and then another home run threat, Brock. After 7.5, it's the Cards 4, the Dodgers 4. Van Slyke did about all he could do. Made a gallant effort, but it just narrowly eluded his glove as he went high over the wall. Marshall, with a home run, puts the Dodgers on top. Now Sorcia takes a delivery up out over the plate, ball 1.
The tying run is on, and who's coming up? Ozzie Smith. McGee gets his 3rd hit in a row.
Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie has been a real nemesis for Niedenfuhr. He hit the home run Monday with 1 out in the 9th to win it. In the 7th inning here, he tripled to send home McGee from first to tie it. And he's up hitting left-handed against Niedenfuhr with McGee at first and 1 out. Adios, goodbye, and maybe that's the winner. A 3-run homer by Clark, and the Cardinals lead by the score of 7-5, and they may go to the World Series on that one, folks. You talk about a redeemer.
Whew. Was it ever a mile out of here, and the entire Cardinal club is at home plate, waiting for Jack Clark. When he hit it, he knew it. He took a circle and a half. As he walked away from home plate, he looked to the dugout, and he is mobbed at home plate. I mean, simply mobbed at home plate. Unbelievable. A 3-run homer has taken the Cardinals with 2 down from a 5-4 deficit to a 7-5 lead. Woo, what a blast that was, Jack. I mean, way out here.
I stopped watching it, Mike. I knew it was gone, and I immediately looked at the bullpen to see who was going to come in to try to protect the lead. Willie, he fights the sun, and that's a winner. The Cardinals go to the series. They beat the Dodgers 7-5. It's a beautiful scene to observe as the Cardinals pound McGee and each other, give high fives, low fives, kisses and hugs, and they've won the game 7-5, and the 85 Cards are in the World Series. The totals in a moment.
Hi there. Cup of coffee?
Well, I just thought I'd put that on here trying to fill this thing up. But now you know it. And you will already have known it when you get this tape. But it was kind of fun listening to Jack Buck, I think, for you. Because he said, that's a winner. We'll talk to you later.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. How you doing? It's October 17th on Thursday, and I just got in. Came in for a long break, teacher's break. Well, I heard Grandpa recorded the Cardinal game for you. How about them Redbirds? And the game, the Royals played last night, and they won. What was the score, Grandpa? 6-1, 6-2, something like that. So it's an I-70 series. That's what everybody's calling it, since Highway I-70 connects St. Louis and Kansas City. It's going to be some kind of wild town in Springfield, since half the schools like about split, and a lot of the guys on our floor are from Kansas City, and they've been razzing us about St. Louis, and we've been razzing them about Kansas City. So the next couple of weeks is going to be a wild party. We're going to Bentley's tonight for dinner. Grandma and Grandpa are going to have prime rib, of course, and I'm going to have chicken cordon bleu, I think. Grandma and I are doing wash now. Boy, do we have the laundry. I have the laundry, not Grandma and Grandpa.
I did mine this morning.
So I think I'm going to go out and buy a pair of shoes tonight, Mom. You've been telling me to buy shoes. I'll either get them tonight or tomorrow. Grandma and Grandpa are going to go to the lake tomorrow, and I'm going to stay with Aunt Georgine tomorrow night. And on Saturday, Mary Fouché, Susie's friend Mary's having a pig roast. So Missy and I are going to go to the pig roast. And Sunday, Missy always likes to go back early, so we're probably going to go back about 1 o'clock so we can get back at a decent hour. I got a couple tests next week. Just had midterms, and I took Latin and Greek test last Thursday and got it back, or last Tuesday and got it back, and I got a 90% on it. I was real excited about that. I have another quiz in there on Tuesday, so I'm going to be working on that this weekend. And took my bowling test. Boy, if I didn't get an A on that, I must be dumb or something. It was so easy. And I bowled 161 the other day. So my average we've been bowling for 8 weeks, my average is exactly 130. My 161 was my high game. And I have political science test next Wednesday, so I'm reading on that. And I got a 77 on the last test. I told you I'd write you and tell you how I did on it, so I got a C on that. So I'm working on those grades. Still trying to decide if I'm going to come and stay in Australia or not. You have to, when I talked to you guys the other day, or on the 9th, the first time you called me, it was kind of, you just kept saying it was different, so I don't know if I want to jump into a different culture or not. I have to see how it is when I talk to you again on the 23rd or whenever, not 23rd. Anyway, next Wednesday I'm going to talk to you. And going to go see Cranberry tomorrow. I'm sure she's doing good. I went and saw her last time I was here, and she's doing fine. Grandma and Grandpa, like I said, are going to the lake and closing up the boat. And Karen and Gary called me and on Tuesday and said that they were going to be going to the lake next weekend, and that all the kids were coming down because they were going to start closing up and doing some things on the house. So I said, come on down if you want. So thinking about going down there. Haven't decided if I'm going to do that or not. Depends on how the World Series is going, you know. So I'm going to pick you up a T-shirt, Dad, but since we're going to go to the series, I'm sure that the printer T-shirt makers are already well on their way making T-shirts, so I'm going to try to get you one, a real good one from the series. So, well, I don't know anything else. We'll talk to you later. I love you, and take care of all the kangaroos and the koala bears and each other, of course. We'll talk later. Bye-bye. Mom, I forgot to tell you, that soap opera that I had to write for my media design class? We got it back the other day, and we got a 94% on it. There were 2 94s in the class, and our group had one of them. We were real excited about that. So I don't know anything else. We're sitting here eating O'Grady's potato chips and watching Heart to Heart. Drinking scotch, and I'm having a cooler. Oh, guess what? Christy and Kathy Ramsey were 21 Tuesday. So the twins are 21. They went out bar hopping with Jenny. And they're going down to the landing this weekend. Missy and I are so jealous, but our time will come soon enough, I guess. I don't know if mine is soon enough or not. Missy's going to be 21 in February, and I still got another 2 months after that. Anyway, just want to let you know how I did on my media design. Take care. I love you. Bye-bye. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. It's Friday morning, and just got finished with breakfast, and Grandma and Grandpa are going to head off to the lake, and I'm going to go over to Aunt Georgina and Uncle Jim's.
Mush.
Oh, Grandpa said we had mush for breakfast, and Grandpa had I had green eggs, and Grandpa had brains and eggs. So his were good, and mine were better. So, and Grandma had grape nuts, and she poured it out, and there was bugs in it. So then she just had a piece of toast. Went to Bentley's last night for dinner, and it was fantastic. I had chicken Oscar, and it was a breast of chicken stuffed with crab, with 3 asparagus spears on the top, with like a white sauce over that, and a baked potato and a salad. And it was fantastic, and Grandma and Grandpa both had prime rib and said it was really, really good. So we each had a drink. They didn't card me, of course, but why would they card me if I was with my grandparents? So and then after we came home, we had a cup of coffee and watched TV, and Grandma and Grandpa went to bed about 10 o'clock, but I left about 9:15 and went over and saw Howard George and talked to Howard and Mother for a while, and went up to the Shell station and talked to Kurt, and then I got home. So Grandma and Grandpa, like I said, are getting ready to go to the lake. We're going to try to finish this tape up, and they're taking a new one with them so they can start over. I think I'm going to go shopping today with Aunt Georgine. She's got exercise class from 10 to 11, but after that I think we're going to maybe run out to Chesterfield or up to Payless, see if I can find myself a pair of shoes. So, well, the weather here is it was beautiful yesterday, about 75 or 80, it was beautiful, but got some rain last night, I think, and it's kind of cloudy today. It's supposed to be warm but cloudy. It's supposed 72 degrees. It's supposed to be
Tell her I'll talk to her when we get back from the lake on Monday.
Okay.
She can probably hear me.
Great, you heard what Grandma said. So, well, I don't think I know anything else. We'll hope it doesn't rain for the series that starts tomorrow night in Kansas City. They play Saturday and Sunday in Kansas City, and then they travel on Monday, and they start in St. Louis Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then they go back to Kansas City again. So we're hoping it doesn't rain for the series game. We're going to be watching it, I'll tell you that. So, well, I hope you both have a good day. It's 9:35 here, so that means it's in the middle of the night over there. So, sleep well. Take care, and I love you. And I probably won't get to talk to you again on the tape, so I'll write to you, or we'll be talking to you. I love you. Take care. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. You're not going to believe this, Mom. I just found my black coat. The mystery coat. Aunt Georgine, I told her that we were going to go shopping tonight, and I told her that I was going to look for a coat maybe because I can find one. And she said, a black coat? She goes, I think I got a black coat in the closet. I said, oh, man, that was it. Anyway, I found my coat.
When you would have left it here, I just thought that you brought it over with all the other coats that she brought.
Anyway, so I found my coat, and that's money that I don't have to spend or that I can spend on something else. Nina called and told us that her dad had World Series tickets for games 3, 4, or 5. That's okay. That they had World Series tickets for games 3, 4, or 5, and that we're more than welcome to go, that he'd give us 4 of them. And we're all excited and everything, trying to decide which game we were going to go to. But then he figured out that the games are during the week, and he didn't want us driving home during the week, so he said we can't have them. So he's got 4 disappointed girls on his hands, but I've never met him, so he doesn't really have us on his hands. But anyway, Nina's real disappointed, and so are we. But he said maybe we can get them if the series goes far enough, maybe we can get the tickets for game 6 or 7. So Uncle Jim, I told Uncle Jim if he had a choice, which game would he go to, and he said 5. Why do you got tickets? And I said, well, that a friend of mine had some. But now since we can't go, Uncle Jim said tell him I'll offer him $60 a ticket if he'll sell them to me for that. So I called Nina, and she was going to ask her dad, and said she might get back to me tonight or tomorrow. But anyway, I just got done playing a game of Yahtzee with Kevin. We're going to have dinner tonight. We're having a turkey breast, and it looks delicious. So we'll talk later. I love you.
Hello, this is Georgine here. How are you both? I've been hearing that your Australia is very different. How is it now? Have you met some Americans there from McDonald? I imagine your social calendar is probably going to be very busy within the next couple of months with Christmas and that, and getting to meet all the new people that you're working with and probably the neighbors. I hope you're going to be liking it a whole lot in the next few months so that the holidays are not lonely for you. Sheila stayed with us this weekend. We really liked having her here. She helped me make apple pie and some applesauce, helped me cut up all the apples, and I learned a new way to cut apples now, a much more efficient way to cut apples. And let's see, we were going to go to the pumpkin patch today. Sheila was going to go with us, but we woke up, it was raining, so that got canceled. We figured it'd be too muddy to go over there. And as far as Halloween is going to be in the next week or so, and Kevin's planning on being a pirate. I wanted to have Carrie be a pumpkin, and I was going to make her a costume. She didn't want any part of that. She had to be a Cabbage Patch. You know how she loves her Cabbage Patch. So that's what she's going to wear, is a plastic Cabbage Patch outfit. But she'll enjoy it anyway. And Kevin joined Tiger Scouts, which is the year before they joined Cub Scouts. It's a brand new organization, and it's just a once a month. They just meet once a month, so it's not a once a week meeting like Cub Scouts. And he seems to enjoy that. This next meeting that they're going to have, each child's going to cut up their own pumpkins for jack-o'-lanterns for Halloween. And as far as me, I haven't decided what I'm doing here. I'm still kind of keeping dental hygiene in the back of my mind. If a job comes available close in around the West County area on Tuesday or Thursday, I might try and get the job, but otherwise I've kind of put it on a back burner for now. Jim has finally decided what he's going to do. He's starting his own paint company, paint and construction, called Jim's Painting and Construction. And so he's really getting that going. He hopes to get it all set up over this winter and then really get into it by springtime. He's been painting some houses already. As you know, he started out over at Joe's, and he's painting a neighbor's house this coming week with a couple of other men that he's hired. So he seems very content with that and eager to get it going in full swing. This tape's about to run out, so I'm going to cut off here and tell you that we love you all, and hope you're feeling good about your new place and are happy. I'm going to let Carrie say one word here, and then